Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how to get started with slider cards or spinner cards. They're a lot of fun. I happen to be using the Sliding Star Framelit Dies that you will find in our annual catalog on page 192. It coordinates with the Shooting Star stamp set, but you don't have to use it with just that stamp set. It works with all kinds of images. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, I've got my magnetic platform and my cutting pad that I've got on top, and then I'm going to set my designer series paper, and I'm going to add my framelit die or thinlit on top of that. I want to make sure I've got enough space between the edge of the card and the die so that I get good movement once I add the adhesive strip. The last thing I'm going to do is add the top cutting pad and run it through my Big Shot. So I'm ready to start. In order to do this, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to add our adhesive strips to it. Now I happen to cut this sheet in half, but they come with 2 sheets per package and they're a wonderful deal. So we're going to take the longer strip here that I've cut and we're going to put it along the bottom. I like adding 3 strips of adhesive onto the card, and I just happen to cut these ahead of time so that I don't have to worry about trimming and the top edge. And then I like to add a piece in the center, but I do not want to get it real close to that spinner groove. So I'm going to put that here. And all this does is it happens to support that space so that it doesn't bind by pressing down on your card base. And you can even set a little piece over here if you would like to support that side. At this point, I am ready to add it to my Peekaboo Peach card front, and all I have to do is remove the adhesive protective strips off of my pieces of strips and line it up and place it on my card front. It's that quick and easy to get your groove in place. Okay, I'm ready to start assembling. The first thing I'm going to do is take 2 pennies or washers, whichever you would prefer, and I've taken my dimensional, and if you can see it, I have snipped off these sharp little points of the hexagon with my paper snips. What I'm doing is simply taking off the very edge of those dimensionals so that they spin a little easier and they don't have those corners. So I'm rounding it. I'm going to attach it to my penny, and then I'm going to sandwich that dimensional between the 2 pennies, trying to line up those outer edges. And of course, washers allow the dimensional to hold the center because the washer has the negative space. I'm going to add another dimensional to the top of that, and then I'm going to add my star or my comet, covering up those pennies so that they don't show. And now I'm ready to add this to my card front. Now this little groove has a little flexibility because remember we didn't put the adhesive right up to the edge so it would spin easy. So I'm going to slide in the one side on the groove, and then I'm going to simply pick up this bottom flap gently because it's designer series paper, it's fairly flexible. And I am going to slide that between the 2 pennies on the bottom. There we go. So you've got a sliding star or a shooting star. And it's fun when it spins, lots of movement. To add my earth, all I'm going to do is take a little bit of my multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to set the earth down here so that the star shoots over the top of it. There you go, quick and easy. Let me show you the original again, the spinning star. And you can see with the slot this way, you can really get a lot of movement on the star because it really does spin quite a bit. When you put it in your envelope, just put it where you want to and slide it in, and when they take it out, they'll be able to see the movement. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7 and you can get there from my blog, stampwithginny.com. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a catalog, please contact me with your name, address, and phone number, and I'll be happy to send one to you. Thanks for joining me.